In this tutorial, I'll be teaching about metatables. So, a metatable essentially gives more control to a table, allowing you to override certain actions, such as indexing tables or adding new elements to a table. So, these actions are called metamethods. So, there are two functions related to metatables, which are setMetatable and getMetatable. SetMetatable does what its name implies. It sets a metatable. So it requires two arguments. The first argument should be a table that you want the metatable to be attached to, and the second argument should be the metatable. So local tb and setMetatable tb. So I'm gonna go over this. So we have a table, and we want this metatable to be attached to tb. And so our metamethods go here. So, for example, to add the meta method that handles creating new elements to the metatable, we're going to be using the new index meta method. So, all meta methods start with two underdashes, followed by their names, so new index. And most, but not all, are functions. I'm going to go over its arguments in a minute here. So, it accepts three arguments. The first argument is passed as the metatable itself, so tb. The second argument is the element's name, and the third argument is the element's value. So new index, so self, index, and value. So tb.v1 equals I am a variable. So this will fire new index. Self will be tb, index will be v1, and v1 will be in a string, and value will be I am a variable, so v1's value. So we're going to print out new index was fired. Index is value, index name is index, and its value is value. So I'm going to execute this, and you can see in the output new index was fired. Index's name is v1 and its value is I am a variable. So now I'm going to be explaining about locking metatables using the metatable key. So this is one of the cases where it's not a function. So metatable, so you can set it to like a boolean or a string, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to set mine to this metatable as locked. So this is where the getMetatable function comes in. So the getMetatable function does what its name implies. It returns the metatable of the argument it is called with. So if the table does not have a metatable, it returns nil. If it has a metatable and the metatable key is set, it will print whatever the metatable key is set to. If the metatable does not have a metatable key attached to a table, it will return the metatable. So if that sounds confusing, so if we use getMetatable right now, oops, I meant tb. So this would print out this metatable is locked. So you can see, if we remove this, however, it will print out the metatable, and we can access and modify it through getMetatable. And you can see it returns a function. So that's it for this video. If you learned something new, please subscribe and leave a like. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.